So I want to stay on this just for a minute. So we all know that if you don't have the top 4 causes of mortality that I've named multiple times now, you're less susceptible to dying from this particular virus. Okay, by manyfold, right? Manyfold. So when you look at that, if you gain the weight and then you are then more susceptible to dying from this virus, it is keeping you at far greater risk. So it's not just the virus itself that we have to be worried about, it's the stress due to the pandemic and lockdowns itself. Now, if we look at that, we say, okay, so we've got the actual virus, which is a real thing, and it's something that you just have to be aware of, keeping yourself healthy. But then there's also the stress of the pandemic that if you don't take that into account and you gain this type of weight and it leads to then more inflammation in the body or any of these comorbidities, well, then you're more susceptible to actually dying then from the virus. So this is why I do this show. So the Cabral concept is simply dedicated to bringing you topics that maybe aren't mainstream, that maybe your medical doctor isn't talking to you about, but also that have real world implication. I'll never bring up a topic that there's nothing you can do about. The good news is if you gain 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 27.5 pounds, like in this study, you are able to take that weight off though in no more than 3 to 6 months. So I'm not going to say that you need to lose the weight or can lose the weight in a month. That's not necessarily what it's about. But the good news is this, that anyone at any time, when they are ready, because again, I know not everyone is ready. I understand that. I also understand that weight gain is a metabolic issue. It's not just about calories in, calories out for many people. I understand that it's very nuanced. And I understand that there's also emotional-based reasons behind it. So I get that, I understand that, and I want to be sensitive to that issue. But what I do say is when the person is ready, the programs are there to enable an individual to take the weight off that they need to, and then whatever else is needed in order to achieve a healthy weight for them. And again, I've spoken about this before. A healthy weight does not mean that you're super thin. It doesn't mean that you look like one particular body type. It's simply being a healthy weight for you. So my recommendation is this. It's to understand that the stress that we've been living in for the last 2 years can lead to weight gain, and it has for about 4 out of 10 people. And then for over 300,000 people in this study, at least, it led to substantial weight gain, over essentially 27.5 pounds. And that is substantial. And then I'm not even negating 10 pounds for the people who are 27% of the weight gainers. So my recommendation is very simple and it's very straightforward. I don't want people to go on a crash diet. I don't want them to go on a deprivation diet. And I don't want them to do things that would allow then just for a rebound in weight gain in 2 months from now or 3 months from now, because I don't want them to add more stress to a rain barrel that is already getting filled or is filled and overflowing with stress. So my recommendation is to begin a program that you believe is simply leading to a healthier lifestyle. So if we can help people live a healthier lifestyle and understand why they're eating certain foods and why they're moving their body in the way that they're moving their body that they should be, then they're most likely going to keep that weight off for life.